Hello there, very good afternoon to you. Thank you for making time for us. This is News Deck. My name is Abubakar Abdullahi. For the next 30 minutes, I'll be bringing you up to speed with the latest that is happening in the counties, the country, the continent, and beyond. But first, the hearings of the Senate Select Committee probing Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru's impeachment entered day 2 this morning. The Supply Chain Management Director in the county of Kirinyaga was put to task during the hearing. He has, however, dismissed claims by the MCAs that the county boss influenced the tender committee to award tenders to her allies. Let's listen in to that now.
Mr. Carreras, good morning.
Chairman, maybe we could ask for some water for the witness.
Okay, there is water here.
Good morning, witness.
Good morning, Wakili.
You are a KIMS qualified procurement officer?
Yes, I am.
You have your current practice certificate?
I can confirm.
Do you have? I'm asking whether you have, not whether you can. Do you have it with you?
I can confirm I don't.
You don't have it. Good. I want to take you through the document that you referred to first, the list of the tenders that were chaired by Wayne, Yeshura, and Pauline. Do you have that document with you?
Let me get it.
Please do. Mindful of time. As you fetch that document, yes, how many tenders took place in the year 2017-2018 in the entire county departments?
Council, I can not put an exact figure because this.
How many have you cited in your document for that year?
These are 12 committees.
Conveniently cited, okay.
Yes. And let me make it clear that this
It's okay, I'm okay with the answer. You said that the head of department nominates the members of the evaluation committee, yes?
Yes.
Do you have a letter indicating the members of that particular evaluation committee being nominated by the user department?
For this particular tender, it was.
Do you have or you don't have?
I don't have, but
you don't have.
Yes.
I take that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take you through velocity, where the crux of the matter have, and I'm now dealing with velocity tender number 046. Kindly have your file with you. Mindful of time. I want you to open the contract that you gave. Yes? The contract, first pages.
Yes.
You have the contract? The first page of the contract?
Yes, I do.
The first page of the contract, not the last page. Fungo yo ingine. Aha. I'm reading it out for you. Senators, you're with me? You're with me, senators?
Yeah, Annex 12P.
Annex 12P.
Yes. Contract agreement between County Government of Kirinyaga and Velocity Partners.
Yes.
File 046.
I want to read it out to you, Carreras. Contract agreement between County Government of Kirinyaga and Velocity. What's the spelling of that Velocity?
Velocity with CTY at the end.
CTY at the end, right? Open the next page, Carreras. Right? Read out the recital. This agreement, read it out.
This agreement made on the 14th day of May 2018 between the County Government of Kirinyaga, PO Box 260 10304 Kutus, located at the county headquarters, Kutus, hereinafter called the employer.
Yes. And
on the other hand, Velocity.
Velocity. What is the spelling of that Velocity?
Velocity with CITY at the end.
That was just a clerical error, correct? Let's proceed to the execution. Execution of the agreement. Who has executed that agreement?
County Government of Kirinyaga and Velocity.
Yes? Which officer from the county government has executed it?
The accounting officer.
Which accounting officer? Which department?
Chief Officer, Finance, Economic Planning and ICT.
For purposes of clarification, Mr. Karilas, each department has its own accounting officer, correct?
To the best of my knowledge, Chair, that is not correct. We have only one.
I want to read out for you, and I want you to read section 46, subsection 2 of the Procurement Act, which you are an expert. Fish it out, section 46, subsection 2. Yes?
I'm there.
Kindly read it out for the senators.
Chair, it reads as follows. In establishing the ad hoc evaluation committee, referred to in subsection 1, the procuring entity, that is the State Department or Accounting Department, shall do so in consultation with the Cabinet Secretary or the County Executive Committee member responsible for that entity, as the case may be.
Did you consult the CEC held during these processes?
I can confirm, yes.
Are you aware that she was there where you were seated yesterday and she confirmed in evidence and on oath that she was never involved? Let's move on. Which Velocity has executed this agreement? Velocity with this CITY or the other one?
To the best of my knowledge, with CTY.
Good. Move with me to the document establishing or communicating to you about the evaluation committee. Kindly, on the same file.
Cancel which one?
Yes?
Which one, to be specific? Which file?
Are you talking about the ad hoc tender evaluation committee?
Yes, the ad hoc
summary?
tender committee.
I think it's on page 55, the submission by Honorable Waiguru.
Yes?
Page
Do you have it,
55.
Karilas, with you?
Yes, I have it.
Yes?
Yes, Council. I have it.
Who are the members of the tender committees in that particular tender?
Through the Chair, Council, let me confirm to you, these are chairpersons.
Who are the
Chairpersons.
who is the chair of that tender committee? Are you looking at the same document that I'm looking at?
Please clarify, because I'm on the table of summary of appointments of various.
Okay, I'll come to that later then. Move with me on the same file. Please don't leave that file. At annexure 12G. Please keep on holding that file. It's very important. Annexure 12G.
Through Chair, which file, Council?
046. 046.
Okay.
Are you there?
Yes,
I'm looking at the document of the tender opening committee. Do you have it with you, the minutes? 12G. The minutes. 12G, Karilas. You are very expedient when you are dealing in chief.
I'm there, Council.
Chairman, if council could stop badgering the witness.
Look at that tender opening committee. Yes, the next page. Entry number 4. No, you've gone mbali sana. Karilas, let me share with you mine.
Mr. Ndego, this committee is guided by our standing orders, which
Yes.
say that we shall only use either English or Swahili and or Kenyan Sign Language. So you'll choose to use one.
I'm well guided. I'll use
Yeah,
English.
so don't mix. Huh?
I'll use English.
Yeah.
Karilas, are you at 12G? 12G is a copy of the tender opening committee minutes. Are you there, sir?
I'm there, Council.
Would you kindly open with me the next page? You seem not be having it. I'll share with you.
All right, remember the Senate Select Committee will reconvene at 2 p.m. They're out on a break of course, but that committee will, of course, reconvene later on, and that will be televised as well, live on TV47. Elsewhere, healthcare workers and their unions continue in the push for the creation of the Health Service Commission in the planned constitutional amendment. The workers' union addressed the media earlier on. Let's listen in to what they had to say as well.
However, we note that the government of the management of the human resource for health have been managed and actually mismanaged, resulting to several industrial strikes. That several efforts to resolve the challenges facing and has been facing the healthcare workers have not borne any fruit. Case point, upon and procedural firing of healthcare workers by several counties, which include Kirinyaga and Laikipia counties. As you are all aware, currently, Kisumu County healthcare workers are on strike due to non-implementation of the return to work formula signed in June 2019. And several other counties are under notice for industrial action. Collective bargaining agreements have not been finalized, and which are signed and registered have not been implemented as expected in totality. That under the county, we have faced the following challenges as we summarize them. Chronic staff shortages, and this is following devolution of health function. Counties have experienced staff shortages, falling short of the national staffing norms and standards. Career progressions. Counties have been reluctant to promote and redesignate healthcare workers as a result, leading to staff demotivation. Irregular employment terms under the counties have that the healthcare workers have been employed under some terms that contravene the Labor Relations Act, the Employment Act, and the Public Service Principle and the guidelines. Tribalism and nepotism have been entrenched in the recruitment under the counties against the spirit of the national cohesion and integration, affecting service delivery. The training of healthcare workers has been adversely affected, denying access to high quality and special services as envisioned and stipulated under Article 43 of the Constitution 2010. Devolved staff have never been enrolled under any existing pension scheme as provided under the County Government Act, Section 132. Funding of healthcare sector has remained inadequate under devolution, while others have reallocated to other areas, negatively affecting continuous development and improvement of the health infrastructures and skill. The challenges listed above remain the biggest challenges to the attainment of Vision 2030 and the compliance to the Article 43 of the Constitution of Kenya. We, the healthcare workers representative, have been lobbying for the formation of an institution that will take over management of health human resources to ensure adequate staffing and a skill mix across all counties.
Well, still on matters health, operations in public hospitals in Nandi County have been paralyzed following a strike by more than 1,300 healthcare workers. The workers, who included nurses, downed their tools after the county administration failed to pay them their May salaries. The health officials, led by the Kenya National Union of Nurses Nandi branch chairperson Paul Sang, and Branch Secretary Jane Chelimo. The workers have blamed the Nandi government for its unwillingness to communicate to them about the matter. They have vowed not to resume work until the county government addresses all the outstanding issues.
Mkuti imetokea wapi? Kama Nandi County hawajacheza na pesa, National Government kataa aje kuleta pesa? Kama National Government hajacheza na Nandi County, so what is it? Sisi pesa yetu salary ya employees imeenda wapi? 1,350 health workers in Nandi County, and all of them have not been paid. All of them, all health workers across have not been paid for the last 2 months.
We will never go back on duty until when our May and June salaries are paid. If it is the national government, can the Nandi County deal with their own issue and give us our salary? So we demand that they pay all their arrears, especially for those insurances, especially Liberty and Pioneer.
From Nandi, it's time for us to take our first short break here on News Deck. We still have a lot lined up for you. We'll be back after this break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Let's get to more news now. The Kenya Union of Special Needs Education Teachers has faulted the recovery of 54 billion shillings excess salary payments made to the teachers for the last 3 years. The union wants TSC to waive the amount and adjust their data system, saying the TSC database wrongly elevated the salaries of the affected lot in the 2017 misshape.
Urging the Teacher Service Commission to relieve teachers from the arrears which may be affected by the circular which they send to the county directors to give them the datas of the head teachers and the senior teachers and their deputies. To our knowledge, this is a lot of money. For a period of 3 years, if the employer is going to effect of the same, then it means these workers or these teachers will not be able to go back to their stations and work comfortably. So we are telling the employer, they can go back to their datas, and in case those errors are there, they correct them.
Moving on, Moi University's multi-million research center in Kilifi County has been abandoned and turned into a charcoal production site. The center that sits on a 150-acre prime land is now being vandalized by the neighboring communities who have now resorted to destroying the ancient trees which poses a major threat to the environment. Mijikenda Kaya elders say if given an opportunity by the government, they will put as much effort as they can to salvage the land.
Moi University's research center, located at the banks of River Sabaki, was set aside for students taking marine sciences. The land has, however, been abandoned and vandalized by the locals and turned into a huge charcoal production spot, leaving the land bare and endangering the ecosystem. Stan Kiraga, a co-founder of Malindi District Cultural Association, MADCA, says it is unfortunate that the government could abandon the area, which needs to be conserved. He further says the environment needs to be protected, and the elders, if given an opportunity, will save the forest from destruction.
Utakuta kwamba wale wazee wa Kijikenda ama wa Kigiriama wa zamani walikuwa wanalinda sana, na mtu haruhusiwi kukata mti mkubwa. Mahali mti mkubwa uko, kukata ilikuwa mpaka kufanywe tambiko ndio huo mti ukatwe. Tunaomba tu kama inawezekana, zile wizara ambazo zinahusika, maofisa ambao wanahusika, waweze kutupatia nafasi ama kushikana na sisi tuweze kuhifadhi ule msitu, kwa sababu ni msitu ni kitengo cha muhimu sana kwa jamii ya huku.
The MADCA Secretary General Karisa Mwarandu shared his sentiments, saying the land, which is a hippo breeding area, has been deeply affected due to the human activities that have been on the rise, and that they are ready to conserve the forest and come up with cultural activities and ecotourism projects which will prevent the community from invading the land.
Ni breeding place ya hippos. Sasa inapoharibiwa ile environment, wale viboko hawataweza, watagura pale pahali na labda watakwenda pale nyingine. Tunashikitika sana kwamba kwa muda mrefu sasa chuo kikuu cha Moi ni kama kimeacha hii sehemu.
Nanok Lauren for TV 47.
Elsewhere, Muslims in Eldoret town have agreed to respect the court ruling of Jamia Mosque leadership row that will be delivered today. This was agreed following a meeting between a group of Muslim leaders and the Uasin Gishu County Commissioner, Abdirizak Jaldesa. The case presented before an Eldoret court seeks to remove the current leadership and also audit the mosque's resources and finances from 1990.
Kuhusu masala ya kesi ya Muslim Association itaishia mahakamani.
Kwa sababu kama kuna mizozo kama hii mzozo ya msikiti ambayo imechukua muda mrefu, kuna pia jambo ambayo inaweza kujichochea upande ya usalama. Kwa hivyo sisi kama kamati ya usalama tulikuwa tumeita hawa viongozi just kuhakikisha kwamba wanadumisha amani wakisubiri uamuzi wa koti, kwa sababu sisi kama kamati ni kuimplement, kutekeleza yale ambao koti itasema. Kwa hivyo
tumeridhika na tumeshukuru kwa niaba ya Waislamu wote.
Sisi Waislamu wote ni mandugu. Hakuna yule ati kabila fulani. Nafurahia leo County Commissioner amesema Muislamu ni Muislamu, hakuna cha kusema ati huyu ni nani, huyu ni kabila fulani, huyu ni kabila fulani. Sisi wote ni Waislamu. Hiyo kitu ndio nimefurahia leo County Commission.
From Eldoret, let's get to the world of sports now, and Tottenham picked up their first victory